Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I am happy to have this conversation, to have this presentation just after Ton, because this is really something what we need. I mean, we are talking about sustainability, but this is more than sustainability. Why it's more than sustainability? I think because mainly it is something that you are earning money. This is something just for earning the money. This is a business. And you are doing a business while you are also contributing to the community. I think this is much and more better than the sustainability. This is, I think, last year, Professor Michael Porter of Harvard University won a special award for his article called Shared Value. This is shared value. And we need much more of that, because we need real businesses which are doing money and at the same time contributing to the community. This is the way that it can be sustainable business. This is the only way. So thank you for that, and I'm happy to be just after this one. So let me a little bit tell about, this is my region, by the way. So it's a big region, but I'll start with what we are talking about. So the main thing about the marine debris, I think the most important thing, when the waste-free oceans start, when it was established, the main idea was to clean the waters of Europe by 2020. This was the main initiative. But then it turned out to be an international one, and that's why, because when we are talking about debris, we are talking about, it's a land-based debris, the movement of it is not so fast and easy. But when we are talking about a marine debris, then the case, it should be international by the meaning, because it is moving by the waves from somewhere to the other. Just to give you an example of my country where I live, in Turkey, we have made a research. We have made a research through TÜDAV, which is an academic foundation, and they found out that 53% of the marine debris around Turkish coasts are from other countries. I think this is the same for a lot of countries. So what we are talking about in the Waste-Free Oceans International, we have to consider that there is no other way. It should be an international effort. So if we clean all the coasts of Europe, and if we don't clean other parts of the world, it's not going to change anything, because this is the nature of this problem, and it should be solved internationally. So this is why I'm here, a part of this great foundation, which I believe a lot. So just to give you an example, for example, this you see, this is very recent. You know that now there is some war going on in Syria, and because of that, the waste management system of Syria is bad at the moment. I don't think that they have the chance anyway. I'm not criticizing them, but you see what we have on the coast, which is very near the Syrian border. So it is something connected to each other. I'll come more to it, but just to give you an idea of, again, the Saida, you see, Saida is polluting all the Mediterranean. So it should be solved, and it should be a matter of all of us. Just to give you a little bit about my own country and what we have done for the waste-free oceans as an example in Turkey. A regional example of how we proceed and how we have launched the WFO in Turkey. So what we have done is we started with, we have visited the launches in different countries of WFO. This was very important. This is, I tell because I know that there's some friends here who are willing to start the launch of the WFO in their own countries, which is really important for the international effort. So we have visited the different launches. We have seen how the procedure was done in Belgium. We have seen, and we have created a committee in our country. We have in 2011, December, and this was the main working team, the team that started for the business of this project for the Waste-Free Oceans Turkey. We would like to gather more participants for this project, because as much of the participants we could get, it would also affect the success of what we are doing. It's a joint effort. So we have, first we were on the boat show. We'd like to take the attraction of the marine industry, and to see if we have a lot of support out of them, or any support out of them. We have made some brochures. We tried to gather this to academic people, to all the possible participants. We have talked to the government, to the Ministry of Environment and Civilization. We tried to convince them this is a good kind of project that they have to do. that they have to help us, because this is their also one of the objectives, to clean the waters to have. And then you know, we come up with we come up with some new partners to the project at the end. I'm taking it a little bit short. So we had some support. I don't say full support at the moment, but we have some support from the Environment and Civilization Ministry, from municipalities, some municipalities in Turkey, through academic Turkish Marine Research Foundation, which is a part of the Marlisco project, by the way, in Europe. So we get their also support, academic support to our project. And we have chosen a place for the WFO launch. We thought there is a lot of alternatives in Turkey where you can have hotspots. But also one thing important, which we have seen in the presentation of friends, and my friend also here emphasized, is that we need to also have the multiplying effect of the media. So we didn't want to go far away. Istanbul was the most, let's say, attractive place for that. So we tried to find out some hotspots in Istanbul, and one of them was the beautiful islands, one of the beautiful islands which we had some hotspot, and we could also get the media over there to multiply the effect and to raise the awareness. So what has happened is that we have launched on the 2nd and 3rd of June together with the Turkish Plastics Manufacturing Foundation, together with the other stakeholders which I mentioned, and it was a successful launch. We had our boats going around and collecting the waste, which you see we collect here. Tomaso was there. He has educated our Turkish fishermen and local fishermen, and they were there. And all the parts, I'm not going to go deep because it's the same procedure that we have done all over the world. And at the end, we come up with the waste, and we send them for recycling, mechanical recycling. So who was there with us? I mean, we have attracted also some people from the government. Our deputy minister of the environment was there, so we tried to attract him also on the project, because we need funding. And the bad thing about Turkey is that because we are not the part of the EU, it is not so easy to get the fund of the EU for this fisheries. You know, I mean, fishery is a little bit something special. It is not like you know, food and fish. It's a little bit out of the concept generally. So, and now, after this launch, we are still working with the Environment Ministry. We are working close with them. We try to find out the funding, the financing method to continue the other pilot projects here in Turkey. And also we are running a project to go for the Black Sea, because Black Sea is very important for Turkey, because 70% of the fish that we eat in Turkey come from the Black Sea. So and the debris on Black Sea is important and is dangerous, because what we have talked today in this meeting is that because of the microplastics possibility when you live there, we could have also the pollution of the food chain through fish. So we are working on that. And after this one, what happened is that there was a big public awareness. As the Sample of France, we had a lot of newspapers, publications about the Waste Free Oceans Foundation, and most important, about the marine debris. Because the marine debris issue, for example, when I was in Belgium, I found that here, there's a lot of magazines writing about, concerned about the issue, but in my country, it's not still too much on the media. So we were the ones to attract it. So people were interested and were, you know, hearing, and they were getting, you know, asking questions about, oh, what's happening about this waste in the sea. We see it, but we didn't notice it. So we had a lot of publications. I'm not going to show you all, but some of them. There was a lot of newspaper things. Unfortunately, I couldn't arrange the TV shows and etc. because I think they were on the YouTube and I couldn't make it the connection. And it was a good thing. I mean, after this event, I can tell you that when you are searching anything, for example, you can try on the Google Turkey and try to search for the marine debris. You will find a lot of waste free oceans things, because people started to talk about it, and this is the starting phase of doing anything. Before you recognize something, you cannot do anything about it. So we have managed this, I can tell you easily, but unfortunately we couldn't still manage the funding for the fisheries. This is what we couldn't manage till today. And for what we have done also for the public opinion and for communication with the public, there was a big Waste Technology Symposium and Exhibition in Turkey. And we were invited as Waste Free Oceans, and we have presented all this, what we are doing in the region, other countries in the region, and our projects, and all things. And still, we pushed for the awareness of the marine debris in the region. It was an international one. And this has positive effects also on general knowledge. Now I come to one important issue. We are talking about the public awareness, everything we talk, but what's more solid that we can do in this area? Something more solid. I mean, okay, awareness is important, but the next step. So SIDA project, which is very important for the Mediterranean region, is one of the issues in our region that as Waste Free Oceans, we are trying to find a solution and be a part of the solution. So, just let me tell you a little bit about the background of the problem. I will go short, but just put it some points. The marine litter issue concern on the Mediterranean goes back to 1970s. And most of the marine litter, as always all other parts of the world, comes from the land-based sources, 80%. And of this 80%, 80% is plastics. So 80 out of 80 is plastics coming from the land base. So this has effects because we are talking about tourism in this area. We are talking about the health of the people. So it has a lot of effects, this dump site. So let me put it this way. What we have done as Waste Free Oceans, we have made a pre-study. We have done a pre-study about the current condition of the SIDA port. We took the picture of the SIDA port, SIDA dump site. The SIDA dump site, it became in 1982. In 1982, after the war with Israel, there was the wrecks of the war. And people find an easy way to put them as a wild waste management system. They dumped it near the sea. So they couldn't see it. They thought it's easy, and it was small. I think the first guy who put it there didn't know that they would make so big mountains out of it. So after that, when this clever guy put it there, or this who decided that, they found that it's easy because the way is open. So everybody continued to fill this wild waste collection area, and it became big piles and mountains of waste near the sea. So each time the sea comes, it will take some part of it, and it will bring to all Mediterranean countries with love from Lebanon. Yes. So what we can say, this is important because it's environmental and human health risk when we are talking about this waste. So and also we are talking about economic effects because fishermen, they lost their business because after this this heavily polluted sea, they don't have chance. So just let me put some pictures. It's a little bit you know, like foggy, but you can see this is a diver, and he's diving under the bags, plastic bags. It's not oysters. It's just the bags. And you see this little boy is playing with the sand, and he has a lot of toys to continue his game from plastic. And you can see also other pictures, a lot of pictures. We are not happy to see them, but this is reality. And also these pictures, this is just pictures, but you have the movie now. I think they have started today. Yes, it was today. So today there was the launch of the movie called Trash by Jeremy Irons. So we would watch more. I have small things about it, but when we go to movies, we will watch what's so bad, drastic about this SIDA port and SIDA dump site. And we have a pilot project at Waste Free Oceans. We would like to clean this area, and how we want to do. You know, it's a big problem. I mean, we cannot have like this and solve it and clean it. It's not easy, and we don't want to do it because we are not just, you know, dreamers. We are doing it on logical base and, you know, on mathematics. What we plan is that first we want to make a pilot project. We would like to make a short-term pilot project. We'd like to collect some of this waste and make some statistics and see what we can do together with all this, and then move for a second phase of this project, collecting more and more. So the pilot project description, let's say it is a cleanup project. And in this project, we are using something different that we have done in the other examples, because before we were generally doing the cleanup on the seabed. We are using like instruments like the Tom C But this time, it's not enough, because in this one, we have to also do about something about the diving component we need, because you see the backs there and a lot of things also under. We need the diving component, we need some divers collecting the waste underwater. We need a beach cleanup. Beach cleanup is important because it's a good way of attracting people and making awareness. And when people contribute, they do better. It's better than telling them. It's better, even they do something small, they contribute. So, so I'll just talk about why we are doing, what are our concerns, environmental concerns, economic concerns, tourism, and most important, public health. So we are talking about Sidon. So where is it? It's in the south of Beirut. It's Lebanon, a city with a port. Location of the pilot project. It's the coast of Saida. There's technical focus. We are going to collect the marine litter, and pilot project activities that we aim. We have to reducing of existing levels of marine litter, of the floating litter, underwater waste with the divers, and prevention of litter entering the sea. This is important because while we clean it and then still another wave takes all of it back again, there's nothing in doing it. So we are losing all the valuable economical effort and everything. It's not going to work. So we need partners, and there is some partners I already know which are doing it, and it's not easy doing it in Lebanon, so I appreciate. And shoreline waste, this is important of the public awareness also. The pilot activities aim: waste from the dam site will be rehabilitated, treatment at the sorting and composting plant, co-incineration in cement kilns. This is important because first we were even thinking of pulling this waste, because we will collect this waste and we think that it's not really good for the mechanical recycling. So we thought that maybe we should take it for the cement kilns in Turkey. But what happened is that the legislation, because Turkish legislation does not let importation any sea waste, sea debris, marine debris. So even we have the cement factories like Heidelberg in Turkey that would really want to have this one. It's not allowed by the importation law of Turkey to import waste. I'm going to get a little bit faster. So I'm just going a little bit more fast. So yeah, plan timing. Timing is important. I'm not going too fast on this one. So you see that we are planning to start at the December 2002 or coming winter, February, March 2030. Still, today we didn't start. Why? It's some political reasons. It's not so easy to do this, but we are aiming to do it in very short time. So we are a little bit late, but we have done some preliminary things, and everything is ready for this project. We have all the details of the project, so it's a solid project, well done, well prepared. You know, everything is taught, and you know, you can have the presentation and go through it. The schedule, the timings, how much, the budget, everything is there. Yeah, we have also consecutive steps, because it shouldn't stop over there. Now, okay. So I go now one more step. This is about SIDA. In this presentation, you have a lot of things. It is not all of it. It's just a small summary of what we have in this work that is done for the SIDA project start. So now after this, what we are doing in the region, other things. For example, we are going to be Waste Free Oceans Foundation. We are going to be at the Sustainable Ecosystem Days. We are going to be presenting our Waste Free Oceans system, and also we are going to increase the public awareness in this area, and this is an important conference in Turkey. It's called Sustainable Ecosystem Days. This is mainly for the academic and environmental activists. So it will be interesting to communicate and to also have more shareholders of our project through this one. We have the Medcost Turkey. It's an international, but the Medcost Turkey, they have an international conference. It's called ICM, Integrated Coastal Management Conference. They request from Waste Free Oceans to organize a special session, which we will invite some of the speakers here and also here. So we are going to be also making this one for the Mediterranean region. We have other possible launches now, which we are discussing together, of the Waste Free Oceans in the region. For example, South Africa launch project. Now we are discussing with the South African Plastic SA, and because they are also planning to do the same thing on South Africa, which is very important for the African thing. And you know, if you think about the geographical position of the South Africa, it might contain hotspots, you know, because it's just on the edge. And there will be also African Marine Debris Summit. We are planning also about that. There's Egypt. Egypt is important because we have the SIDA project, and we know that the waste is moving. Everything is from here and there. And we have been speaking with IPIMA. It's an Egyptian organization for plastics, and because we'd like them to be a responsible industry. This is the main focus of the waste-free oceans, to have a responsible industry contributing for the solution of the problem. So we are discussing with them. We have shared, because they have a good, they have done a good, let's say, survey on the marine litter in their country. So we'd like to share the information of what we have on the side, and together with them, and to join synergies in the Mediterranean region to have all this region cleaned from this problem. So I'd like to say, you know, just closing of my speech, I'd like to close where I start. Waste-free oceans, it's a good initiative because we are aiming to be an international and a joint effort, and from a responsible industry point of view. This is important, and I think that these kind of things, which are really good for the shared value efforts, because there will be much more shared values of the industry, and waste-free oceans will be one of them, contributing all around the world. So thank you very much. Thank you.